So you've set the broad picture out here. What is the world saying about India? World is saying good things about India. Suhel. World is saying our economy will grow at 7%. Moody's is hopeful about India. ADB is hopeful about India. In fact, our forecasts are a little conservative compared to what the world is saying about India. But the world is also changing. You travel a lot. You hear people. I don't want us to present just a rosy picture for the Indian budget and have the same language all the time. We're the shining place in the world. What are the opportunities? What are the challenges that you see? What would you broadly expect given this is a post-general election budget? The Modi government may have scraped through to a third term, but it has got a third term. So how can this be a turnaround budget, if at all? Suhel.
So mine will be a shorter budget speech than Ajay Bagga's. He almost spoke for as long as Nirmala would, but I'll make 4 or 5 quick points. Number one, it is not going to be populist because they don't need to be popular. They won the election. Now they've got to deal with some hard facts. What are the hard facts? Number one, there is an employment issue and it's almost crisis-like. Their jobless growth is something that they now need to address with firmness. Number two, this constant prevarication, flip-flop on every policy, whether it's caramelized popcorn or whether it is investment policies, they don't augur well. Remember one thing, Arnab, businesses and investors only look for one thing, stability. They look for consistency. Pranab Mukherjee created huge damage when he did retrospective taxes on Vodafone and all, went back to 1963. That created enormous problems for India. Third, we have to look at the MSME sector. No one talks about the MSME sector. We look at the low-hanging fruit, middle class, middle class, middle class. As Pawan Verma famously said, the middle class is the most selfish class. They only worry about themselves. He said that in the Great Indian Middle Class book. Yeah. 4, all of us love taxes to be reduced, but where on earth is the government going to get money from? And that's a critical issue. Having said that, Ajay mentioned dumping. Tariffs on Mexico and Canada are tariffs which were prompted by nearshoring. What had started happening was a lot of companies had shifted their businesses and their plants to Mexico and Canada to create more and more vibrant and viable economic situations because it was next to America. Trump has stopped that. Let me tell you, this whole thing about Trump and Modi, great friends, Trump is America's president. He's not India's prime minister. He's accountable and will do things for America. So let's remember the fact that if Trump puts tariffs on, all these woke liberals, most of them are dead now, can't keep screaming, oh, Trump, Modi, that bonhomie is not there. He's the American president, when I last checked. So let's keep that in mind. What the lady, I forget her name right now.
Ratun Lahiri.
Ratun
Lahiri.
Ratun Bangari. What she said very importantly is, which is good because I'm from Bengal, about states. Let me tell you, the states have to get into competitive commercial activity. What has happened in Orissa is good. What is going to happen, hopefully in Bengal, we hope something should work. I said this on Arnab's channel when he was with another channel. The day Singur happened, it was a death knell for Bengal, and that reversal still hasn't happened. And I hope the East actually buckles up. States that are rich in minerals are impoverished. I mean, there is no bigger irony. Whether you look at Jharkhand, whether you look at Chhattisgarh, whether you look at Bengal, which the communists had messed up, and now Mamta is only, putting more and more pearls on that. These things we need to worry about. So net, I'm not at all optimistic about the budget. I'm realistic about the budget. Please don't expect sops from every union budget. Finance minister, the halwa that has been given to the ministry.
Can we have Suhel on air, please, while he's speaking? Yeah, please continue. Yeah.
The halwa that has been given to the ministry officials before the budget. Don't expect any halwa. Expect something bitter and be respectful of that because Modi has a government to run. And my other last piece, I know I'm going to be deeply unpopular with all you guys, is this revdi and freebie culture needs to stop.
No, I'm totally with you.
More and more people don't want to work anymore.
It's become
People are leaving jobs going back to their homes in villages or wherever it is because they're getting all these freebies.
Yeah.
This country cannot be run on freebies.
Yeah.
And someone needs to tell these jokers that you cannot create a country of viable economic activity if everything is a dole.
Yeah.
And no one is willing to, address this issue
Yeah.
because everyone, like PK Basu, wants to be popular.